Yep. Just making sure everything's working before I get started here. Got 2 different drinks to review today, as usual. We've got a Mountain Dew one, and also Reed's Ginger Ale. Never had this before. And then the Mountain Dew is a Kickstart. I might have had this on the channel before, but I honestly don't remember if I reviewed it or not. But today's the day, so for a fresh review. All right, so with this stuff, I'm going to do my little presentation of each drink, and I'll look at the comments if there's any, which is usually not the case. But if anyone comments at that point, I'll look at it and respond. So just making sure everything is working before I get started. Yeah, all right. I'll start with the ginger ale. So it should be less intense. Let me taking a look at this Reed's Ginger Ale. 12 foot ounce, 355 milliliters. It's a pretty standard can. Let's look at the nutrition facts. 140 calories for the can. And we've got 40 milligrams of sodium, 35 grams of total carbohydrates, or just carbohydrates. And then total sugars is 33 grams. And we've got, that's it. Okay. And then for the ingredients, sparkling filtered water, cane sugar, pressed organic ginger, natural flavors, and citric acid. It's so much condensation on it. It's hard for me to. I mean, the font is difficult. It's like all green, but with the condensation, it's even harder. Anyways, there it is. Reed's Ginger Ale. Crisp, classic, clean, 12 foot ounce, 355 milliliters. There's the nutrition facts, 140 calories, and then 33 grams of total sugars, 40 milligrams of sodium. And then the ingredients, sparkling filtered water, cane sugar, and then it is pressed organic ginger. So it's actual ginger, natural flavors, and citric acid. Very simple ingredients. This is the best ingredients-wise ginger ale I've ever seen. So I'm very curious to see how this tastes. It looks like it's made in Norwalk. Sorry, it's hard to read on my screens here. Norwalk CT. Is that Connecticut? I never really learned my state abbreviations. So it's gluten-free, non-GMO. Cool. Let's pop this open and try it out. Definitely a lot of carbonation or something. That's quite a bit of fizz on the top. Yeah, definitely more of like a yellowy amber color to it. I assume it's all natural, so that's nice. Definitely see the carbonation. Looks good. Go. Let's do a smell test. Oh yeah, I can smell the ginger. Mmm. Smells really nice. So the sweetness, obviously the sugar smell, and the ginger. Yeah, it smells good. All right. Again, this is Reed's Real Ginger Ale. There's a little asterisk. I just noticed the little asterisk by the real. Anyways, I'm not sure where I'm supposed to look and see what that's supposed to mean. Oh, I can't look up close with my glasses. Real ginger, real. It says real ginger, classic taste, nothing artificial. I just saw that. It's really hard to read at my lighting, but that's that. Anyways, again, this is the Reed's Real Ginger Ale. Let's try it out. Yeah, I can definitely taste actual ginger, but it's not extreme tasting. It's there and it's noticeable and it has that, actual ginger taste because it is actual pressed organic ginger. There's obviously a good amount of sweetness to it. This has 33 grams of sugar, 140 calories for the can. I think that's a little bit less than traditional soda pops. What are those in like the 40 something range? Close to 50 maybe? Yeah, a lot of the carbonation went away after that pour. It's got that slight zest of ginger, a little bit of almost heat to it on the back end. Obviously, the sweetness is a nice addition to those mix of flavors. Let me try this from the can. There's definitely a good amount of carbonation from the can. So if you prefer to have your drinks really highly carbonated, just drink it from the can. Maybe if you're really skilled with how you pour it or something, you can avoid losing a lot of that carbonation, like I did, because there's a huge foam on the top. I do think this would be really nice with glass, with ice in a glass. If you prefer not to have as much carbonation, or you can just like make it work a little bit better than I did. As I'm talking, I'm getting that spiciness in my mouth to the ginger, which is interesting. Yeah, I really like this. No surprise. It's good. So if you actually like the actual taste of ginger, and it does all of those other ginger ales that have like flavorings and natural flavors or artificial flavors or whatever they are, they're trying to mimic this, right? Because this is the actual plant. This is the actual ginger that's in here. It does also have natural flavors, so I assume they're adjusting the flavor balance and everything. And it has citric acid, which is usually used as a stabilizer type thing, but it also adds a acidic, like citrusy note to the drink. So combine all of that stuff. I think it tastes really good. I like it. I would definitely get this again as a pop. Obviously it has a lot of sugar in here. So the 33 grams but even so, that's less than some pops, which are in like the 40, 45, maybe even closer to 50 sometimes grams of sugar. So it's not as much as those, but 140 calories is still a fair amount. Like calorie wise, I've seen cans this size of different pops, like 200, 220 calories, and this one's 140, so it's less. So I think this is a good one. Very nice flavor. Has that good ginger smell when you smell it. Um, yeah, tastes good. A little bit of zesty zing to it, whatever you want to call the taste of ginger. Anyways, I like it. It's very nice. So that's the Reed's Real Ginger Ale. Next, any comments? No. If you're following on, I mean, if you're on Amazon, feel free to follow that page there. That would be helpful. Let's see, anything from the other streaming stuff? No, it doesn't look like it. Okay. I'm going to drink some water after that. Next up, this one is quite different. Take a look at this Mountain Dew Pineapple Orange Mango. So, Kickstart. Oh, wait. Let me redo that. Oh, it's Kick Mountain Dew Kick. Okay. It's all text is everywhere. Take a look at this Mountain Dew Kickstart Pineapple Orange Mango. Yeah. It says it contains 10% juice. Let's see. 10% juice. For the can, we've got 80 calories, 170 milligrams of sodium, has 19 grams of total sugars, and of that, 14 grams are added sugars. Also has some potassium, vitamin C, niacin, B6, and pantothenic acid. And then for the ingredients, there's a lot going on here. Carbonated water, high fructose corn syrup, white grape juice concentrate, coconut water from concentrate, citric acid, sodium polyphosphates to protect flavor, natural flavor, potassium sorbate to preserve freshness, ascorbic acid, vitamin C, gum arabic, caffeine, aspartame, potassium, and sucralose, which are two low-calorie sweetener sugar alternatives. If you ever watched any of my videos, I complain about those, but do your research on them and understand what you're drinking. Ester of rosin, calcium disodium EDTA to protect flavor. Man, there's a lot in here. Then there's a sucrose acetate isobutyrate, yellow 6, so food coloring, food dye, and then B6. So a lot going on. Yeah. Oh, it's I'll go over the size in a second here. There is Mountain Dew Kickstart. And then this is the pineapple orange mango flavored juice drink. I feel like that's a stretch to call it a juice drink. Where's the size here? 16 fluid ounce, 473 milliliters. And then the nutrition facts contains 10% juice, 80 calories, 170 milligrams of sodium, and then 19 grams of total sugars. And we've got the different vitamins here: potassium, vitamin C, niacin, B6, and pantothenic acid. And there you can see the percentages of like daily value percentages or the actual amounts. Sometimes drinks don't put both of them, so it's nice that they put both. And then we've got our gigantic list of ingredients: carbonated water, and then high fructose corn syrup. There's mixed research on that these days as well, so read up on it. White grape juice concentrate. And we've got the coconut water concentrate, citric acid, sodium phosphates to protect, no, sodium polyphosphates to protect flavor, natural flavors, potassium sorbate to preserve freshness, then the vitamin C, gum arabic, caffeine, aspartame, potassium, and sucralose, which are those low calorie sweetener sugar alternatives. Read up on those and understand what you're drinking. Uh, Glycol ester of rosin. No, it's Glycerol. Glycerol. I don't know how to pronounce it, but that's that. I think this basically, from what I vaguely remember, it's kind of like a stabilizer to keep everything mixed. There was some issue with an alternative one that they were using in Mountain Dews that was a forever chemical. So they swapped to this ester of rosin one. And also calcium disodium EDTA to protect flavor. And then some of the vitamins. Also of note, yellow 6 for food coloring. Yeah, lots of stuff in here. The top of the can looks normal. Let's pop this open. I do that to not get loud sounds in my microphone. I clipped the stuff afterwards and I posted as a normal video, so kind of trying to make it easier to edit. All right. Probably good. So there it is. It's kind of an orange, yellow orange color. See some of the carbonation. And then, of course, it had yellow 6 added to it. So a mix of that plus, I would assume, maybe some of the juice or something, adding a little bit of color. Anyways. It doesn't smell too bad. I do think the pineapple, yeah, it has more of a pineapple smell. So I put pineapple at the top, but that's probably correct. Yeah, it smells pretty decent. All right, again, this is the Mountain Dew Kickstart Pineapple Orange Mango. Let's try it out. Yeah, I do think I can taste the 3 different fruits that they, it's flavored with. I don't think it has any of these in here as actual fruit. It has white grape juice concentrate and coconut water, but it doesn't have the actual fruits in here. So there is the high fructose corn syrup sweetener. Yeah, it's definitely pretty sweet tasting, but it's not like sickly sweet tasting. Uh, hmm. So I do get those fruit-esque flavors. I don't know if I would call them like amazingly natural tasting. And there's a slight bit of bitterness or something going on at the end. I don't know if it's the vitamins or some other thing that's adding that kind of slight bitterness for me. I don't really notice the coconut water because usually coconut water has a distinct, maybe that's part of it, has a distinct flavor. Yeah, it's possible that I'm just tasting some of the coconut water towards the end. Hmm. I don't think it tastes bad. It tastes pretty decent. Let's try from the can. See if the carbonation is different. My mouth feels kind of dry after drinking this. It has 170 milligrams of sodium for the can, which is on the kind of like higher end of things. That's 7% of your daily value in sodium for a drink. And I would assume they're adding it just to like enhance the flavor or something. It's not really, this isn't intended to be a sports drink. But I mean, it's got a fair amount of sodium and then the caffeine, which could be considered like a pre workout type thing. Yeah. And then, of course, the vitamins. So 100% of your daily value in vitamin C and niacin. And then 2% potassium. I think it's good that they don't add a lot of potassium because I think you can get too much potassium. Uh, B6 is 90%, and then pantothenic acid, which is another B vitamin, I think, 80%. Hmm. Oh, the caffeine content. I didn't even show that. So it's 90 milligrams of caffeine for the 16 fluid ounce can, the whole can. Put that on screen here. It's in this tiny little bit of text down here. Yeah, so they'd split it into servings for whatever reason. I don't know who's going to drink a portion of this, but for the full can, we've got 90 milligrams. That's not too bad. That's a little bit more than a coffee, or like around as much as a coffee, a standard cup of coffee. So, not a huge amount of caffeine, but obviously, if you're sensitive to caffeine, this is not going to be a drink you should be drinking. Yeah. So, just obviously, this is all my opinion. That's the whole point of doing reviews, right? Um, Ingredients wise, I'm not thrilled with it. It's got the high fructose corn syrup. It's got the sucralose. It has the aspartame, potassium, low calorie sweeteners. It's got yellow 6 food coloring. Um, and then, of course, it has some preservatives. So the potassium sorbate and that, what was it called? Sodium polyphosphates for preservatives. What else does it have in here? Other than that, it seems fine. Um, yeah, a lot going on with this drink. I mean, it's okay if you like it, whatever, you know, just at least know what you're getting into when you're drinking stuff like this with the ingredients and everything. Um, it's nice that it has some vitamins in here, whether that's kind of like a placebo or what, who knows, but they're in here, so you can consider that. Uh, Flavor wise, I think it tastes pretty decent. I wouldn't call it natural by any means, but it does have the coconut water concentrate and the grape juice concentrate. or white grape juice concentrate specifically. So it's nice that they add some sort of juice to the drink. Other than that, yeah, I think it's an interesting one. So you could at least check it out and see if it's something you're into. That mix of a bit of caffeine, a bunch of flavor, and some vitamins and ingredients that are very mass produced, highly manufactured type ingredients. But that's that, I guess. So it was the Mountain Dew Kickstart Pineapple Orange Mango. I would consider this one the star of today. It's very good. The Reed's Real Ginger Ale. All right. I'm going to sign out of the different streams. If you're on Amazon, feel free to follow that page in there. Same thing for YouTube, of course. All right. I go by Scotty Joe Food Reviews on this stuff, but I also do technology reviews and camera stuff. Coming up, I'll be doing a camera unboxing of an interesting camera from a company called Max Mango. They are going to send me, it looks like a disposable camera and it doesn't have a screen on the back except for like a counter, but it's a digital camera. So that'll be fun to try out. Anyways, so yeah. There's that, and then also sign out of the YouTube stream. All right.